Yeah, I think maybe if anybody can do it, there's Team Aerial and out of Aerial University, and they're pitted up against Euroracing, which is actually a combination of four different universities over in Europe. I think both of these teams have pretty good, they have pretty good race lines from the last hackathon, if I remember. But, let's just jump into the race and see what happens.
So pretty standard start, it feels like.
Yeah, they accelerated about the same amount, so they're able to maintain that gap. Again, we're seeing that typical behavior where one of the team is deciding to stay with the inside line while Euroracing goes wide at every turn entrance and positions themselves on the outside of the straights here. Seems to have worked for them for lap one. Staying on the outside as they enter turn one really saved them some time. But we're going to have to check what happens in lap two, and Euroracing getting really close to the outside wall there.
Closer than I would like to get to, that's for sure.
Yeah, Shubham, do you think they were close enough where they actually made contact with that wall? Do you think that's going to be a penalty?
No, there was a thin sliver of air between the tire and the wall. A little too close for my comfort, but no penalties there. There was no contact.
That's good. All right, so let's see. Teams, they make their way around turn 4 into the final stretch here. Let's see what their third lap times look like. Aerial seems to be building some distance between them and Euroracing.
Yeah, Euroracing seems to have fallen behind. We're seeing consistent results with Euroracing down to 500th of a second. It seems like this is their most optimum lap. A little variation on Aerial's time here, a 7.76 versus a 7.84. But we can clearly see on the start-finish straight, Aerial seems to be getting ahead ever so slightly at every lap here.
All right, yeah. Aerial, again, with a 46.784, matching their lap 3 time. Yeah, like you mentioned, they just seem to be inching ahead of that Euroracing team.
Euroracing seems to have found 100th of a second there. Something's being optimized on the fly.
Wow, that's a close race there. He won final lap time. They both finished with 3 minutes and 57 seconds. However, Aerial University just edging out Euroracing by 0.6 of a second.
Okay, and we're into the second heat, and pretty aggressive move by Euroracing to start things off.
Yeah, we've seen that move a couple times now. Some teams, that when they have that inside line, they like to immediately dart out to the outside. I'm wondering if that's maybe to gain an edge on clipping the apex into that first turn.
Yeah, they really want to take some high speed into that turn 1, but I'm not sure if I would recommend that when you were in sort of at the start of the race. We are currently only dealing with 2 vehicles here, but I can imagine a situation where this can get messy, where they have to navigate around more than 1 vehicle there.
Well, next hackathon they're going to be dealing with 4, so we'll see what happens.
That's a good point, Tom. Yeah, we'll see if that's a strategy that people decide to go with moving forward here as more vehicles enter the track.
So it seems like Aerial has the gap, especially into a corner, but then Euroracing seems to cut them off. Both of these vehicles are identical, so there's no sort of gain to be had here. They're all going full throttle through that corner. Euroracing would have to have some sort of a misstep for Aerial to get in there. Ooh, that is close, but no contact there. They're really milking every inch of this track here.
Yeah, if I must say, this might be one of the more entertaining races that we've seen, and fittingly, it's the last race. But if you look at the times, these teams are neck and neck and seem to be kind of going back and forth with each other.
Yeah, Euroracing, I'm not sure how they're doing it, but it doesn't make sense visually the way that they're darting in and out, but they are able to post consistent times here.
Wow. And if you couldn't imagine, after the first heat, these teams have managed to get even closer in total lap times here. So if we look, they both again finished with the 3 minutes and 57 seconds. However, Euroracing actually edges out Team Aerial by just under a tenth of a second. And might I add, no penalties again. Love to see when there's no penalties on the board. That means it was a great race all around. And I definitely commend both teams for their racing styles.
But it does not have an impact on our top 5. So Aerial places in the final score or final leaderboard at number 6, Euroracing in at number 8, which is pretty exciting. Then we've got we have our winners, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, congrats to all.
Thoughts.
Wow.